Now, one more thing, apart from this CI/CD, for example, let's say you want to, and the beauty of this again, GitOps is uh, uh, for this entire operation, for this entire CD operation, the source is what? GitHub, right? And because from there, Argo CD is going to read that config and passing that config to Kubernetes to apply that changes at the server level. So uh, we have to be very careful while updating this, right? But again, having this configuration at one place, it is very helpful because let's say tomorrow, or due to some reason, someone goes and update these pods and cluster and all those things, right? So we don't have to bring that up manually, right? Because Argo CDs keep listening the changes or state between the server, the actual server through the Kubernetes, and the config which are there in the GitHub. If both are in different state, then it is going to pick what is there in the GitHub. It is going to read that config and handing over that to Kubernetes so that it can apply those changes to meet the state, right? And that's the beauty of this Git operation. So for example, let's say I'll go and change that deployment from replica 3 to 2, and I'm going to add this change as part of this repo. I'll say updates replica instance, and then just push the change. Now see, in within a few seconds, right, it is going to apply that change. See, it has started doing its job. Replica set is like responsible to maintain that djar and that pods count and all those things. So it is going to delete those two pods, and it will maintain the uh, desired capacity value that you have set it here, right? So I mean, personally I find it very helpful, and it totally makes sense, at least at this stage to me, having this operations in place, fully automated, where you don't have to maintain all these things. You have to just write the right set of configurations that you need for your environment, have that configurations written, validated, and push it into the GitHub, and your CD part is handed over. CI part is, we have already seen, like, where you have to just maintain the CI stages that you need, right? Basically, this is like seven CI steps that I generally follow, but we can have like one. I mean, we can have more or less. It all depends on what all CI steps we want to introduce. But once we have this, it's like your CI is done, and once you have these setups or these stacks used for CD, your CD part is done. To summarize, this is actually what I have used for one of my projects, and it is working really well. The only time we have to spend to write or to discuss the configurations in order to create the right set of pods, containers, allocating right sets of resources. We have to just brainstorm on that, and once you have that configuration in place, you have to just follow this syntax, write the right metadata properties, define the right specs and all those things. And once you have done this, your job is done. It's like you don't have to further look at, unless you have to upgrade the resources, right? So I think from the CI/CD workflow stance point of view, this is what I have to share. I have to share my experience, right? Uh, Again, I have mentioned all the references and the prerequisite steps that you needed in order to follow this tutorial along with me, to have this CI/CD workflow ready, almost as production ready for your project. You can go through the prerequisite steps that you needed, follow that. Most of the installation steps are straightforward. You should be able to do that just by following the steps that they have mentioned as part of their official documents. And once you do that, And once you follow the step that I have mentioned, I think you should be in a good position to have this CI/CD setup ready for your projects. I hope you have liked this, and it has added some learning or advantage for your uh, project, in terms of setting up this CI/CD workflow. If so, I would request to just hit a like or subscribe it. If not, well and good. Other than that, if you have any questions, I'll be happy to take them up. Please leave a comment. As soon as I say them, I'll be definitely responding them. And yeah, apart from this, if you have any concern, any questions in terms of this or any other related queries, feel free to reach out to me. I have like this website or these applications which I'm owning, so you can put your detailed query as part of this, right? So I'll be happy to definitely answer them. So with that note, I would like to again thank you, all of you, for spending time and getting this uh, understanding. And again, thanks again, and take care. Thank you.